Dear chair and audience, I would like to present my 6 months progress in the topic of dementia risk prediction. My name is Tímea Lázár. I attended my studies at the Szeged University, and now I am a GP resident. Then I joined the neurocognitive research group led by András Horváth. My SMS is Marie, and I get a lot of help from our statisticians, Reka and Sylvia. My vision looms large to anticipate a future where all dementia cases can be foreseen before the onset of the symptoms. So my mission is to develop a proper method to predict dementia. To achieve my goals, we have 2 specific ongoing projects. In the first, we will investigate the now existing dementia risk scores in adults within a meta-analytic framework. And in our second project, we would like to develop a new superior risk score with the help of artificial intelligence. Our first project is investigating the predictive value of dementia risk score in adults. It is a meta-analysis. I would like to highlight the importance of dementia and the prevention of dementia. It's not only a quality of life question and not only an emotional well-being question, but a crucial economic question, not only for the patient and their family, but with the patient's wide environment. According to the latest WHO statistics, the prevalence of cognitive impairment reaches the 55 million worldwide, and by 2050, it can reach more than twice of this number. But fortunately, it's not written in stone, because at least the 1/3 of these dementia cases can be predicted by the timely medical treatment and intervention. Hopefully, we have a great, fast, cheap and simple weapon to perform this project. These are the dementia risk scores. These are validated tools to predict the late-life dementia risk based on the midlife factors and physical status, for example, hypertension, obesity, diabetes, and hyperlipidemia. Aware of these parameters, we can have an effect on the late-life cognitive status. Our clinical question: do the dementia risk scores predict the future risk or probability of mild cognitive impairment, or MCI, or dementia? The examined population will be the adults free from dementia, but they could have other conditions, for example, hypertension and diabetes. Our factor will be the dementia risk scores. We examined 10 risk scores that we can examine and find data in the databases. We examined the MCI and dementia outcomes, and we hypothesized that the dementia risk scores can predict the risk of late-life dementia, or MCI. We conducted a systematic research in 3 different databases, and this number reached more than 9,000. My search key has 2 domains. The first domain is a general one, and the second one is a specific one that contains the name, full name, and the abbreviation of the dementia risk scores. Here you can see the flowchart selection. After the duplicate removal and the full text selection, finally I have now 138 eligible full text, and my selection per ester is still doing the full text selection for me. we will have many analyses. Exactly, we will analyze all the risk scores with the possible hazard ratios, odd ratios, and area under curves. Now we finished the CAIDE AUC. Here you can see the figure for CAIDE AUC. We included here 4 articles. You can see that from one article there is 3 populations. They were different with the same follow-up time, so we included it. AUC is really important because it can tell the predictive value of the model at any point of sensitivity and specificity. It ranges from 0 to 1. The flip coin is at 0.5, and we consider it good from 0.8. Our estimated point is 0.6, so it's not actually really good. You can see that we have 2 outliers. The explanation of the outlier ones can be the heterogeneity, the high heterogeneity that you can see in the figure. And according to the articles, there are different follow-up times. Actually, the outliers has 10 years follow-up time, and the other articles had 20 years follow-up time. We have strengths and limitations. Fortunately, we have large data sets with a long follow-up time. On the other hand, the populations and the follow-up times and the different type of very heterogeneous, and there are different type of data sets. Now I am at the data extracting phase, and according to the high number of full texts, I will be here a while. Our second project is determining the most influential components of dementia risk scores in adults. It is a machine learning-based cohort analysis with a Hungarian population. Our clinical questions: what are the most impactful components of dementia, different dementia risk scores? We will examine the same population, adults free from dementia with other possible conditions, for example, hypertension and diabetes and etc. We will take all the components of the examined dementia risk scores, and for the outcome, we will analyze the biomarkers of cognitive function. We hypothesize that some elements of the dementia risk scores are superior than the others in the prediction of cognitive decline. To say some more about the methodology, we will analyze all of the individual elements of the 10 dementia risk scores. We will pool these elements and collect all the data, for example, epidemiological factors, medical conditions, and if it is possible, genetics. And we will get the help of the artificial intelligence and examine if there is any superior element. And if it is possible, we would like to create a superior risk score to find the populations at risk and take a suggestion of early prevention. To summarize my project, the submission date was this year May, but according to our stage and the amount of data, it will be a bit later, but hopefully in this year. Thank you for your attention, and I would like to say goodbye with this quote: "Strive for progress, but not perfection."
Hello, I want to ask you, so if we can predict the development of dementia, do you know if we can actually do something to prevent it other than treating the hypertension or the diabetes, if there are some methods available?
There are no protocols for it, but according to the elements that are predictive, you can change them. So at all you can take care of your hypertension and etc., but it is individual for everyone.
Thank you for the presentation. Dementia is an important issue, I think. Who do you think should recognize or diagnose the patient with dementia? The GP or psychiatrist? Or because I think it is overdiagnosed, underdiagnosed. Do you think that your scores and maybe the machine learning based something could improve that? So as a GP to be, what do you think of that?
I think according to these are questionnaires basically, and the GP has all the data that is needed for to perform these risk scores and questionnaires. A GP can be a good factor to diagnose more dementia cases, and I think that would be the basic thing at all. Thank you.
Can I also get a question to you regarding this dementia risk scores? Would that give us an information about a currently healthy person who looks like healthy at the moment at least? Would that mean using this risk score that this particular person would get dementia with this or that percent somewhere in his future? But there are so many influencing factors, risk factors for dementia. How would you know that this particular result would be the same in a year or 2 or 5 or 10 years period if the person has life changes in the future, for example? How could you measure that right now, what the risk is for his future? Getting
maybe I understand the question, but I think we can suggest now prediction, but I can't tell what your hypertension will change in the future, of course. So, in my opinion, for example, a GP can make these questionnaires in every year or in every second year, but there are no articles in these cases. Basically, these risk scores predict 10 years risk. Well.
Okay, but you don't know at the moment if someone get a stroke, for example, or get hypertension, or moving to another country and eating differently in the future, for example.
I can't foresee what will happen in the future, so yes.
Yeah, maybe I have a related question regarding your included studies. Like, what was the design of these studies? And what about the follow-up times? Like, I can imagine if your population don't have dementia, and the follow-up time can be like years.
Mm-hmm. The first 4 lines had a 20-year follow-up time, and the last 2 had 10-year follow-up time. And the design was cohort studies, all of the studies.
Right, thank you.